Is Bitcoin better than silver? I've had many people ask me that question. It's like asking, is an apple better than a steak? Right? Or, you know, they both, you can eat both of them, but they're two different things, if you know what I mean. Obviously, I love them both. Which one do I have more of? That's a good question. That may be for another video. Because yeah, okay. But I for the future, they do different things, right? So let me explain to you what my silver does. And I've said this many times, but again, I'm all about the fundamentals, right? The reason why Tim Duncan and Michael Jordan were very good at basketball, great at basketball, and can do all the fancy things Jordan could do because he had the basic fundamentals down. So I'm going to repeat these fundamentals because even though I may get 40 views this video, one person may come to this video that never did before. All right. Here's the fundamentals for me personally. Jerry Loves Freedom. The fundamentals of silver for me. Number one, it's a hedge on inflation, right? So if I buy this silver bar today and it costs me $27, right? I could do a lot of things with 27 bucks. I can buy some food. I can buy, whatever I can buy, right? Whatever I can get for 27 bucks. Now, obviously, inflation is going to keep going up and up and up. Let's just say in 5 years, right? The equivalent of $27 that I pay for this bar, let's just say the price is 30 bucks in US dollars. Well, if this is 38 bucks, then it's essentially the same. Because all this stuff is, and everything is, by the way, it's all energy, ladies and gentlemen. Your time and your efforts are energy, and these silver bars and the Bitcoin that I have, it's stored energy, right? And it's not moving around. It's stored in here. It's a proof of work, right? Somebody had to dig this out of a hole, mine it out of a hole, process it. Excuse me, guys. Process it, do everything you could to get the energy into that. Then we take our stored energy or energy we move to work or whatever, invest in, and put it into that. So if that same price of $27, whatever that bought to the 38 bucks, it kept up with inflation. It's the same, right? So it's a hedge on inflation for me, silver. That's number one. Number two reason is because, and I maybe four reasons. The second thing is I try to buy rare silver. Not all my silver is rare. I just have some pieces that I absolutely love. Like I'm not saying these pieces are rare because they're not. Silver towns are rare. They're not making these anymore. The Engelhard bars are rare. All these little bars you see, most of them are the 50 states in America. Those aren't too rare. Jaegers are rare. American Eagles this year, whatever. I think that's 80. Let's see what this is. This is a 95. So that's not too rare, but they're not making any 95s anymore. You get my point, right? So I like to buy silver that's rare because they're not making any more of it. That's the second reason, because you buy things again that are rare and they're not making any more of. Third reason, silver for me is an investment, partially an investment, not 100% of investment because the other reasons I just said. But it's an investment for the future because, as we know, we're moving into a more innovative technology world with AI, which I'll make a video on. I'm completely against AI, but whether I'm against it or not, it's coming. We're going to be more of a computerized world. We're going to be doing solar panels more. We're getting into electric cars. All these things that we use silver for in the past, we're going to be using a lot more silver in the future. Now, silver is not finite. It is finite, in my opinion, compared to fiat currency. I think they can find more, but in comparison of what they're going to be using in the next 5 to 7 to 10 or 15 years for industry for silver, I think there's not going to be enough silver, right? So that's why I have silver too as an investment for the future. The fourth reason I have silver, and I've said this before too, it's an insurance just in case Bitcoin doesn't work, because I truly believe, and I'll get into this in a second, that Bitcoin is the future, right? So I can't put, at my age of 48, I can't put all my energy into Bitcoin, even though I know it can't be stopped. I know it's the future and the paradigm shifts coming and things like that, because if something does happen, if it gets pushed back or whatever, like I said before, I'm going to be, asked out, you know, in simple terms. So I have to keep silver as an insurance on Bitcoin. Now, let me tell you what my Bitcoin does. Like, again, Bitcoin's a stake in this scenario, and silver's the apple. Bitcoin, for me, it is the new paradigm shift. It is very difficult to understand when you're in one paradigm to recognize the next paradigm. We have so many different paradigms going on. It's crazy. Again, technology is coming. There's going to be a time in the next few years that the lamestream media is going to be over with, because they all lie, and unless they change and start telling the truth and change their business model, ABC, CNBC, all that stuff is going to be gone. Just like the newspapers are going to be gone. Lamestream media is going to be gone, because you have all these independent people out here. That's all I listen to. The Joe Rogans, Tucker Carlson's going to be on Twitter. You got all these independent guys like me and everybody else talking about this stuff, not only telling the truth and in real time, and I have to wait to watch it on TV, but they're not going with the cabal's narrative, right? So that's going to be over. Then you got the artificial intelligence coming. In 10 years, in the year 2033, our world is going to be completely different than it is now. It just is. And then also with the fiat currency being just debased like no other, we're going to be going into a new shift of inflation that we've never seen. Plus, the central bank digital currencies are coming, right? And then also we're coming into a new form of money, a global money of a closed system of Bitcoin that only has 21 million, whether we like it or not, okay? And I'm going to tell you this. I love silver, as you can see, but we're not going to go back in time, right? So if I'm going to use an example, and I've said this before, when the people that own horses, because people say, oh, well, silver and gold's been money for 10,000 years. Very true. But we use horses for 10,000 years as well. How many horses are around on the streets now? It happens slowly, but when it happens, it's quick. I've seen a picture of New York City where they had horses and carriages and whatever, and then in 10 years, it was all cars, right? Same thing. Gold and silver was a great money in comparison to the seashells and the big rocks and everything else, because it was more precious and hard to get. But once you attach human beings on a ledger, the ledger with the notes and the debt and the fiat currency notes, people, you can't trust them, and they'll always print out more than what there is. So when the trains first came out and there were horses, the people in the horses, you don't understand when you're in one paradigm. You don't understand what you need until somebody brings it to you and you need it. Like, for instance, Apple computers or the Apple phones, right? Like an iPhone I'm on right now is recording this video. None of us knew we needed an iPhone until we had it. I used to love freaking Blackberries with the numbers and pushing the buttons. I love that stuff. But once the iPhone, because I said when it first came out, I said, this is stupid, until I put it in my hand and used it. Then I told everybody about iPhones, right? Not because I was trying to make money on it, because it's a great product. I love it. Same thing with Bitcoin. You don't know you need Bitcoin until you have it. Bitcoin is math, and it's a ledger that can't be changed. It can't be stopped, and it's a finite supply, right? It's a black hole. It's going to suck everything in, because everything is going to be priced in Bitcoin. Again, there will only be 21 million Bitcoin in the whole world, divided by 100 million satoshis for each Bitcoin, divided by 8 billion people, 9 billion people in the future, however many people, right? And it's a global form of currency, or digital currency, energy currency. There are so many people around the world outside of the United States. I think there's maybe, I don't know if it's 18% of people in the United States that don't have a bank account, whether it's they don't have the documentation, they just don't have the IDs or whatever. They just don't have a bank. You can carry a bank on your phone. It doesn't even have to be an iPhone, just a simple phone, and have Bitcoin on your phone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, with very small minimum fees. And there's no carrying cost to having it, right? And other people around the world, there's poor countries in Africa and cities and all over the world, is starting to grow slowly but surely against this dying fiat currency. And that's what's happening. The horse in this scenario and I love gold and silver, and I'm not saying they're going to die because people still have horses and stuff, but nobody's going to transact in gold and silver. They may save it, and the older people may save it, but these kids today and their kids don't give a damn about gold and silver. All they care about is computers and technology and AI and all this other stuff, and it's going to be on the Bitcoin network, and that's why I buy Bitcoin. I save my energy, my stored energy, into a unbelievable technology, the most secure technology in the world, the most honest, secure money that man has ever seen in Bitcoin. And that's what I do. And I buy when I wake up every single day. That's why I said when Bitcoin's on sale, it's like, wow, it literally is on sale. And I absolutely love it. So to answer the question, what is better, Bitcoin and silver? I love apples, but I like steak much better. And even though I can eat steak every day, apples are very healthy, and I think you need them in your diet. It's a well-balanced diet. That's why I think you need to have a well-balanced portfolio. And again, you stack what you like and eat what you like more. But all I know is if you eat a lot of meat and you lift a lot of weights and get a lot of protein in your body, hey, it's okay to have some fruit too. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. What do you guys think about silver and Bitcoin? How's your portfolio doing? What's the mix up? And let me know what your thoughts on what I think about my steak analogy and the apple analogy with silver and steak. All right. I love each and every one of you. You want to support the channel? Go ahead and go down to the comment section and please help me out. All right. Thank you guys so much. And I'll talk to you soon. Peace and love.